Good afternoon, YouTube. Today I'm going to be removing a door handle from this Mitsubishi Eclipse 2006 to 2012, the 4th gen. And so in order to remove the handle, I need to remove the door panel. So here I go. You can see me removing this plate right here behind the door handle opener. This is not the component that I'm after. I'm actually after the component underneath it that sits on the armrest of the door, close to the window switch and the door lock. This is a part that's very likely and prone to failure within the Mitsubishi Eclipses, and unfortunately, this will be the third time that I've replaced this component. So you have to remove a Phillips screw in the door handle opener and remove that plate that you saw just a moment ago that I've taken out. And next you will remove the two Phillips screws, small Phillips screws on either side of the door. And there's one. And here's the second. You will not be able to remove this component without removing first the door panel. There are little screws behind it that lock it in place. So here's the next part. You have to remove this small plastic plate. That's actually the component that I'm after. When you remove it very gently with a flathead, and just pry it up so that you can take the plate off like so. Just very gentle. And there you go. That's the component that I'm actually after. Next, you'll have to get a 10mm ratchet to remove two 10mm bolts. The first one here, you can see me removing. I've already pre-loosened everything. Okay, there's one. And then the second one, I actually forgot to bring my extension for this ratchet, so I just used my screwdriver here. You can actually use it when you put the flat blade of the flathead diagonally inside the ratchet bit. You can actually extract what you're after, and you can give torque to the bit like that, so in case you forget. Next is to pry the door loose and to find a spot that's actually wide enough that you can put a tool behind it and pry it. So here I go on the bottom of the door. I don't recommend this method if you're doing it on your own car. I recommend a tape flathead so that you don't scratch the paint and cause it to rust. But this is just a junk car, so I don't really care about damage to the door too much. But I still want to extract it very nice and neat. And since I'm not after the panel itself, it doesn't really matter. So just take your time and try to find a nice place to put your tool behind. And get behind the door, and it doesn't take much to pry it loose. Just push the tool toward the door panel and push it, and it should pop loose. It's held in place by little plastic plugs behind, and there it comes loose already. And then you just need to use a little bit of tugging to get the top portion loose, and eventually go. There it goes. Next, we need to remove the wiring to the door lock and the window switch. So that's easy enough. Just press in the little channel there and it'll come loose. And so here they are. There are little Torx bits on the inside of the door panel that secure the handle in place. So then I realized that I didn't actually bring with me my little kit. I thought it was in my pocket, but I actually left it in the car. So we'll cut to the next scene where I store it in the back of this car and come back. Yeah. a futile attempt for me to try to take it off, but you know. So there we go. So here I stored it away, and I've come back to finish the job. I brought my little blue box with all my Torx bits inside. Those are those little green plugs that you see there behind. Those are actually the plugs that hold the door panel in place. There they are, yep. So you can see I have many different types of bits in that box. And they're very necessary when you're looking for different components and whatnot. Anyways, I've found the correct bit there, and they don't have much torque on them. So I'll just replace it and put that bit in, and then I will begin removing the final screws to take out the piece that I'm after. So there's one. And there's the second one. Okay. So just pull out the part, and there it is. There's a little crack on it. I couldn't help that. That was already there when I arrived. As I said, those pieces are extremely delicate. It's a very poorly designed part. Definitely a design flaw for the car. So, excuse me. And here I am trying to reinstall the screws so that I make sure I don't lose anything, put the screws back in the same place, and make sure that you have everything. I also retrieved the 10mm bolts. It's always good to have a backup. Keep everything related to the component you're after. Okay, so I closed them all together now, and I have the piece. So please like and subscribe to this video if you found the content helpful. A comment below. I hope that you found this video helpful. If there's anything that I can answer, just comment below with your questions related to this particular removal process. And if there's anything else, a video that you want me to make, then comment below also, and I will do my utmost to make that video for you. Even if it's not related to this car. Thank you.